What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So one of my audience members asked a very important question, and they said, they've been playing the Arkham games for a while, and coming into Gotham Knights, they're kind of frustrated and, in a sense, not aware of what exactly it is they need to do to get their character to be more powerful. Now, this is not surprising because for a lot of players who have just played a lot of the, these other games, coming into games like this can seem a little overwhelming, especially when you have menus, you have boards, you have stations and all of that. It is not necessarily the traditional gaming experience. It's much more akin to a lot of RPGs out there. Now, I have compared Gotham Knights to one other game extensively, which is a game that is very dear to me. I have a whole different history with the Division game, and I've played the Division 1 and 2 for, a number of years. Now, both games have a base of operations in a sense where you actually have menu systems, you have, things that you can engage with. You have, in the case of, the Belfry, you have like all of your different systems and you can access your map and then move all over the place from here to there. The difference, though, in the way both worlds are built is the Division 2 has a much more seamless open world. But again, knowing the design of the Division 2, I can run from here to anywhere I want in a map. I don't have to fast travel there. I don't have to do some, loading screen to go anywhere else. But that difference is, I think, because of the way both games are designed. And the Division, you're actually in a place where the game uses a lot of server-side functionality. So you actually must be connected to the internet to actually play the Division, whereas Gotham Knights, you don't have to be. And in Division here, you have all kinds of menus that you can level up, you can change, you can access that affects your stats. You have a vendor where you can come in and do stuff. You actually also have a crafting station. So this is actually a makeshift, I would say White House in a fictional sense. So you can actually come in here, you can recalibrate your gear, you can, do all kinds of crazy stuff, man. It's ridiculous how much, you can actually do here. Here's a crafting bench in the Division. And so Gotham Knights seems to me like it tried to do something Division-esque in its RPG systems. And so what we're seeing here is a lot of people are not necessarily aware. So they come in, I don't really know what to do. So first of all, you make sure that you have your ability system going on for you. RPG games like these have activities that you can do around the open world that will grant you one of your biggest currencies, which is XP. The Division has all these teaming all over the world. They spawn, they reset. Some of them are missions. Some of them are side missions. Some of them are, side activities. And you can do them all, and they show you their rewards. And those rewards are basically XP, crafting materials, and so on and so forth. Gotham Knights is basically the same. It shows you the activities around the open world. You can go back and you can engage them, and it shows you what your, on the left side, what your, rewards would be. XP, crafting material, and then it also shows you you're probably going to be getting an item that you can use, a mod or something like that. So this is how both games are developed. In order for you to make your character stronger, you have to go out to go hunt XP, number one. That's the very first thing that you must do. The reason is because your ability points are actually an aggregate of how much XP you get in order for you to be able to use them to level up your character. So here I have 37,000 XP right now in hand. I need to be able to gain 95,000 XP to get the next ability point and use it to level up my other abilities that are still not yet fully maxed out. Now keep in mind all your characters will share ability points, so you can grind with your favorite character and play, and it won't be an issue for the game to be able to get that. So this is actually quite simple. The next step is your gear game. The gear game is what I think is a little bit more complex, but we'll break it down in this video today, so I hope you have some time. Now, first of all, your loadout shows your suit, your melee weapon, and your ranged weapon. Each item has got a distinct set of stats that you can basically access in here in your menu. You can see that when you look at the aggregate of all of these, it's going to be showing you on the right side what each item has got going for it and the aggregate of all of your, stats put together. So in this case, Batgirl has a 5,322 power, 1,847 in health, defense is 2,960, melee is 389 damage, and then her criticals, which are basically a critical hit chance, and her critical hits are 53% and 205%. And then for ranged weapons, because this is for melee is 46 and 204%. I'll show you how those numbers actually do come about. so that you understand more. So let's look at our suit here. So when we open up our suit menu, she's wearing a cryogenic suit. Its rarity is legendary. Its level is 30. Its grade is 0 out of 2. I need to probably figure out what exactly this is. I'm missing something here. I don't understand that stat specifically. So if you're in the comment section, help me with that. Her power is 1,918. I don't really know what power really does in this game. I think it's maybe the power of your suit to execute something. I don't know. Help me in the comment section. But defense is how much, you're able to eat damage. And then your health is pretty much your health that you're going to see while you're actually playing the game. Your elemental armor and elemental resistance shows you that you have this percentage to be able to be resistant to this particular damage type. It has conditional stats, and then it has 3 mod chip slots that are for the suit mod chips. So I'm going to hit the right stick down. I'm going to open up the suit mod chip menu where I have a bunch of mods, and almost all the mods I have are adding power and health to my character. So if I unequip these, you're going to notice that my, power is actually going down. Now my power now is 1,004. When I go back and add these 3 back to where they were, you're going to realize that my power is actually going to go up. 1, I add that one. 2, I add that one. Now instead of 1,004, I'm at 1,462. And then I'm going to add a third one. Boom, I'm now at 1,918. So those stats have all gone up. I go back and I make my way to my melee weapon. Melee weapons will have also their mod slots depending on the rarity, depending on the level, depending on all of that. And also it shows my power, it shows my damage, it shows my critical chance and critical damage. Now, critical chance and critical damage are interesting concepts. The way the math works, and they use this in many RPGs, let me show you here in the Division, is some items will have critical hit chance. In the case of Division, SMGs have, inherent critical hit damage or critical hit chance or whatever it is that they can have. And this is the amount or the possibility for you to be able to hit an enemy with a higher percentage damage rather than a normal base damage that you can hit the enemy for. So this is calculated based on, according to my understanding, say I have 33% critical hit chance on this tonfa. If I hit an enemy 10 times, according to how I understand it, I have a probability of being able to land about 3 hits that would deal 85% more damage, or at least the amount of total damage that I have depending on how I use it. It seems like Gotham Knights does a combination, because also my ranged weapon here also has some critical hit chance and critical hit damage as well. So if I was doing a combo where I hit bam bam, I toss my batarang, I think all of that kind of like works hand in hand. I think if somebody is in the comment section that can help me verify or correct me, let me know, because I've not taken the time yet to enjoy the RPG system. I've just been working on the combat and the story, and those have been really nice. But this is how you pretty much are able to come in here and get your weapon and your suit and your ranged weapon to where you need it to be. So here I've already equipped 3 different mod chips, and these are melee mod chips. I have a legendary one that increases my power by 458, and one that grants me an extra 33% crit damage. I have one that gives me 26% crit damage and 456 health. Another one with 26 crit damage, 456 health. I could also use elemental effect buildup. This means when I'm hitting an enemy, if I have an elemental effect on my tonfa, some tonfas come with elemental effect. This one comes with fire. This other one comes with the ice or the freeze elemental effect. That mod chip that you saw there is going to enhance that effect when I'm using it in combat. But I'm going with a crit, build right now because I think it actually does work for Batgirl. If I see other enemy types, I'll probably maybe, tweak my playstyle. But the only character that I really prioritize a lot of the elemental damage with in my playstyle is Red Hood, because he does a lot of ranged attacks and I can use it to basically be a little cheap from distance. So this is how these items work in order for them to be able to give you your aggregate of how powerful your character is. So prioritize playing missions, playing side missions, doing activities, getting XP, getting rewards. Some rewards are going to be basically, you know, suits for you to be blueprints for you to be able to craft your suits, your melee, and your range. So right now I have 19 blueprints that I haven't crafted yet. They're just all over the place. I don't want to use them because what I would actually like, the game has, I haven't gotten the blueprints for those. And I don't even know how many blueprints are in this game. It seems like it's going to be like a never ending race. I don't know. We'll see. But the Division does it, you know, slightly differently in the sense that, you know, you have your 6 items in your gear, and then there are different kinds of categories or what we call rarities. And then they have inherent stats that they actually drop, which can be complementary with any of the other inherent stats. It gets so complicated. I am so glad that Gotham Knights did not go that route, because if it did, a lot of players would be much more lost than they, you know, probably are. But this is actually a very good system, because eventually, you know, you find yourself in a position where you can, you know, I think you can actually start to enjoy the different aspects to it. Like if you notice, because my crits are really high, right now I'm playing on hard difficulty, and honestly, I don't even really feel it. Let me go ahead and fire up a game, but I need to get out of the Division so I don't go blow up my my rig here. And you guys will see how, you know, effective my build is compared to, say, maybe other videos of me having played, you know, different activities or whatever it is. Is there anything close by so we can go test it out? Look, these baddies that are intimidating that cop or something in the corner right there. Let's go. So I'm probably not going to hit these guys more than 4 times. Well, this one's already dead. I think 4 times, and this chick is going to be toast. Yeah. I mean, literally, they are melting. Now, as I start to get to more harder enemy NPCs, I hope I'm able to get more, you know, or higher ranked gear and be able to beat on them, because it's going to be so much fun to go ahead and do that. So I hope this is helpful to you, and you can start to see how, you know, this makes an impact in your gameplay. This helps you with enemy NPCs that may be, you know, causing you a lot of problems or a lot of issues. And you can basically, you know, adapt thereof by building better and using your gear to actually kick their butts. Man, this is such a cool suit. I didn't even realize that I had this blueprint. Can you imagine that? I was just sitting there. Let me go ahead and change the style to my favorite style. I think my favorite style it's not Year One. It's this one, Privateer. Ooh, Privateer is my favorite Batgirl skin so far. All right, I'll get out of your hair. Ooh, what is going on with the physics? Yuck. It's busted. It didn't load. Uh-oh. Let me go back and change it. I can't be looking at that ugliness. But I'll get out of your hair. Thanks so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys' time and audience. And hopefully we'll talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.